Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to another Chamber Check-In episode from Idaho's only five-star accredited chamber. Today, we're going to hear from founder of Idaho's only community-owned brewery. It's Boise Brewing, and I got Collin with us today. I'm going to bring him on stage. Hey, Collin.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, thanks for carving out some time with me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Well, we've been talking for a long time, and as I was getting prepped for our call today, I remember in 2014, it might have been my fifth or sixth month with the chamber, and we did a very unique growler breaking ceremony on the side of the business on Broad Street. Remember that?
I do. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a christening a ship kind of. We had a rope up to the roof of the building, and we swung a growler full of beer against the building and christened Boise Brewing. That was fun.
That was the most unique ribbon cutting ceremony that we've had. We had one that was a logging industry insurance company, and they sawed a log for their ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that Boise Brewing is unique. It's creative, right, and serves the community. So, Collin, we've done these before, but for those that don't know about Boise Brewing, help share the story.
Yeah, so like you said, 2014 is when we opened for business, which, in some ways seems like an age ago, and in some ways seems like a blink of an eye. And opened as a community-owned brewery. I think that's one of our most defining characteristics. If you've been in any time, you've noticed a whole raft of mugs on the walls all over the place. Those are all our owners. We got about 800 of them. And that's kind of a way that we were able to live true to our brand identity as a very community anchored brewery in our corporate structure as well. So we're a community through and through.
I love that. And it's another started in your garage story, right? You wanted to brew beer and you're figuring out how to do it. Tell us kind of that story.
Yeah. So I was between jobs. I'd quit one job and was taking some time to take a break for a couple of months. And when I was doing that, I was homebrewing a lot, and it was starting to spin out of control, you might say. I was spending a lot of time working on microcontrollers for temperature controls, and after a while, my girlfriend at the time couldn't park a car in the garage anymore, and it's like, all right, we need to make a change in some way or another. And usually starting a business because you need to make some space in your garage is not a great reason to start a business, but in a way, that's kind of what happened. That was kind of the spark, and then obviously start to think more seriously about diving into the details of starting a business, and is this a good idea? Are people invested? Is the community? Is this something the community would be interested in? And went from there, and it grew and grew until we did start the business.
I wish I had my initial T-shirt from back then. That was pretty cool. As an early, I think it was like a $50 thing at the time. You could buy a T-shirt, but now you buy a mug, and it's pretty cool.
It's been fun.
Michelle and I have been proud community owners for many years. So, on your homepage it says Boise Brewing Fun crowd funded. Are there any other opportunities right now for the community to buy in right now?
Not at the moment. I always keep a list of people who I get inquiries from time to time, and I always flag them for if we open up another offering at a future date. But at the moment, we don't have one open.
Okay. All right. So in the last, almost 12 years, it's been the brewery on Broad. You've reformed that, renovated that. Then you expanded into the old Boise Weekly space. That was a huge investment. And now you're a full service restaurant, brewery, tap room. Bring us together on that.
Yeah. So when the Boise Weekly moved out, their building is attached to ours. There's just a wall that separates them. at that time we were looking for a second location, and when the Boise Weekly decided to relocate, we are like, okay, that we don't need a second location. What we need is food next door. So it was an easy decision to move in, and it was quite the investment, as you mentioned. It's during a lot of the expensive times for materials related to COVID supply chain issues. Getting some of the kitchen equipment in was months and months and months. So it was definitely stressful in the startup period, and the budget got busted big time. But we made it through. And now we expanded our seating quite a bit, both inside and outside. So we added another, I think about 60 seats inside and another 50 on our patio, expanded patio. And of course, full service. We got burgers as you'd expect, good burgers and fries. We got banh mi sandwiches, shrimp burger, pretty good salads. So we have a tuna salad that's pretty tasty. We've been nominated for the Idaho Statesman Best Burger in Boise, so we're definitely doing something right. And yeah, we've been making some killer food. If you've been in, then you know what I'm talking about.
No, the quality is up there. Obviously, you talk about the expensive equipment, but what you've done really well is hired the right people. Tell us about your team, Collin.
Yeah, that's really the key to any successful business, is having good quality people in the key positions. And we've been able to do that pretty well. I feel like our brewer in particular, we hired him from Sockeye, and he's been with us since day one. He's been able to build his own team, and they're winning medals at the Great American Beer Fest and World Beer Cup. We've got the most medals in the state from the Great American Beer Fest. We've got really solid front of house manager. Our two chefs we hired from the old Roosevelt Market, if you can believe it. They were working on like basically a home cook stove, and they had experience at bigger restaurants, but going from that one cook stove to a staff of 15 people in the kitchen is a big shift. And yeah, so we've been really lucky with being able to get quality people and be able to keep them around.
I really feel like I belong and I'm welcomed every time I come in, Collin, from your front of house team to your back end team, your tap room team. Right? They all know us by name. And it's pretty special. So congrats.
A lot of first name basis going on in our place, that's for sure.
All right, you talked about beer, and I want to talk about it. So tell us what's on tap right now.
We've always got a lot of good offerings. Right now, there's hoppy things are popular. They've been popular for a long time. And light beers of various kinds have become pretty popular recently too. So we've got a couple. We've always got probably 4 or 5 IPAs on, and we've got a couple of light beers. Boise Light is pretty close to the top selling beer in the state. We have also got a Mexican lager named Resting Beach Face, which is just fun to say sometimes. And then Black Cliffs is our American stout. That's the beer that's got the most medals for us. I think it's got 4 Great American Beer Fest medals. And then we've always got a couple of other interesting things to round out the tap list.
I want to be able to show a couple things. So here on the screen is the new packaging too. You got the new hazy IPA, and this is on shelves right now, correct?
Yeah, we recently redid all of our labels on our cans, and every single one of them is some version of hands reaching out to each other, whether it's like the people shaking hands, or hip check there is 2 roller derby girls shaking hands. And the idea there is to kind of continue that story of community and reaching out and connectedness.
Oh, I haven't tried the Roundhouse, but the Snowboarder Porter, that's a staple app at Bogus too.
Yeah, they usually carry Snowboarder, and sometimes they carry a couple others too.
Okay, all right. I just had to share a few of those brands since the labels changed. And it looks really good. I really like it.
Got to keep it fresh.
Yep, absolutely. So kudos to your award-winning beer making team, your restaurant team, your cooks, your chefs, and then your front of house. All right. I know we talked about wanting to mention your your corporate parties. How do we reserve space for our holiday gatherings?
It's pretty easy. Just you go to our webpage, and one of the menu items up top is for private events, and we'll get a bunch of information about how many people and when and format and that kind of thing, and go from there. We are kind of unique in our space in our ability to do private events because, like I said, we moved into the Boise Weekly next door, so it's kind of two buildings in one, but they're fairly separate. So we've done a lot of events in our mostly our tap room side. We can accommodate 100 people or so over there, and you have your own private space, and at the same time our restaurant's still open, and we don't have to close to the public because that's not a popular thing to do either.
What type of advance notice? I mean, we're the first week in November. I know some companies have already had holiday gatherings with their teams. How backed out are you?
Obviously, we're starting to book up a little bit, but we certainly have some openings available. If you're really on short notice, we can maybe do as little as a week's notice.
Okay.
Although the more the better, so that we can actually make sure that we're, putting our package together without having a stressful timeline. But 2 weeks is a good amount of time for us.
Okay, so what does it all include? Let's say I want to do a 50-person holiday gathering in the tap room. Tell us a little bit about that and what to expect.
Yeah, so we've done all sorts of different setups. Some people want a plated meal and everybody's got their own seat. Usually with a holiday party, it's a little more casual and people kind of come and go and hang out and chat. And so we'll oftentimes have a buffet. So we have a whole bunch of different buffet options you choose from, and we'll lay it all out for you and keep it fresh as people are eating and drinking. And that's the nice thing about our setup is that we're totally flexible as far as seated or standing and milling about or food presentation. We got options that can accommodate almost anybody. We did a tailgate party for the Appalachian State game, and we had about 200 tailgaters that were very hungry and thirsty. That was pretty exciting. We even did a block party for Clearwater Analytics, and I think they said they were going to have about 600 people at that one. That's kind of a rarity, but we do parties from anywhere from 20 up to 100 pretty easy.
Okay, so holiday corporate gatherings, schedule them now. You talked about a little bit about what you provide. Hey, any upcoming events that we should be aware of?
Yeah, we do. If you're interested in what's going on, it's worth your while to keep up to date on our website or on Facebook because we've always got a whole bunch of stuff going on. We do trivia on Wednesdays. We've got music on live music Thursdays and Saturdays. Of all things, we've found pretty good success with the spelling bee. That's a once a month deal. Spelling bee, adult spelling bee, I should say. And bingo. We've got. We're doing with the Record Exchange coming up for Record Store Day. They're going to do a pop-up vinyl night on. Shoot, I probably should know the date of it, but coming up before Thanksgiving, they're going to come down and spin some records. So it's a fun crossover to be able to highlight another business in our community, another partner. But yeah, we've always got something going on. We've even got a rotating artist every month, so somebody new will put up their art on the walls, and you can come check it out. Sometimes it's for sale, but it's a pretty active place.
You guys always have something going on, and throughout the year, you've had dunk tanks out in front and in the summer, right? Actually, I think I participated in that. Tank? I think so. Yep. I think you knocked me in. Thank you, Collin. Like I just gave you a break.
That water was cold.
And then, I ran across a beard and mustache event.
Oh yeah, yeah. We had a beard contest. Yeah.
And there
So
was hundreds of people out front cheering. And I saw Santa Claus out there, which was really cool. We had to stop and come over and see what was going on and have a pint and just listen and be a part of it. It was great.
I think that's the key to success for breweries in general, but us in particular, is to find something that's a little bit silly, a little bit off the wall, and you know that is where I think we get more authentic engagement and kind of we'll show people a good time a little bit. So yeah, if you're thinking about the beard contest, you can start now, and when next year rolls around, you'll be ready. You got to start.
Love it. I love it. Okay. We talked a little about the food menu. Get that smash burger. Yeah, that thing's top notch. Beer, all the award winning beers. Go to the website to check out all the different beers. Private events. Get your private event scheduled now. We talked about upcoming events. You got some things going up. Like that sounds really cool. The vinyl night with the record exchange, which in closing here, community partnerships is really important for Boise Brewing. Tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, I guess one of the last community partnerships that we do is a monthly nonprofit, and so every month it's the Wildland Firefighters or a different group that is a beneficiary of pours of one of our beers. The $1 from every pour of that particular beer for the month goes to that organization. And I think we just crossed $34,000 in total that we've been able to contribute to a variety of different nonprofits in the area. So yeah, living the ideals of community orientation.
Love it. Love it. Okay, Collin, is there anything else that you thought of while we have you can educate the public on?
No, I think that's pretty great. We'd love to book a couple more of these private events for some corporate parties or birthday parties or whatever. And love to see you in there for a smash burger.
Well, Collin, I definitely have my happy hour scheduled with my clients at your business. Hope to see you down there, and cheers.
Yeah, thanks very much. Great to be here.
Thanks, Collin.